if it's over Skype or in person.
It's what I do. It's what I do. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of From My Mother's Basement, episode number 49. Yes, that's right. We've been at this a while. It's kind of scary. And I am Michael, and to my left is Jason. As you can tell, we're in the same room. And as you can also tell, we have a background. Ooh.
Are we in a basement, or are we in an office, or are we outside? You don't know. You have a guess.
In space. Space! Equestria Girls. No, we're not in Equestria.
Oh, the jokes I can make about Equestria Girls.
Oh, I'm waiting for the Rule 34s on that.
Oh, that's already happened since trailer 1. The one I showed you the other day, that was trailer 2. That was trailer 2, and oh wow. Like, I understand the one side where we're going.
Okay, I'm too low. We need to fix this. Okay, because it's supposed to be upper third. So
okay, well, the way I say it with Equestria Girls, yes, I understand Hasbro wants to expand the property. Yes, having new content, new media for something that bronies around the world love is good.
Let's tap into the lolicon market.
I was just like, oh my god. Okay, so it's okay if college guys love My Little Pony because they're magical ponies. They have friends and they have, adventures and whatnot.
And magic.
And then this turns into, now they're all like 15, 16-year-old high school girls.
With no magic.
Shit, I can't watch this in public now.
No magic.
Yeah, no magic. And they have costumes and makeup designs that would make Bozo the Clown cry, but
actually, I find the one for the costume design for Twilight and for Rainbow Dash kind of amusing.
But by the way, I apologize because you are now Jason and I am Michael.
Am I now? Well, shit! Oh, you never went in and fixed it. Oh, you bastard. In fact, why don't we?
No.
Just to be obnoxious. We'll switch seats. That way the names will be right.
Just kill it.
Whatever. Wussy. You run the software way better than I do, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave that alone. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say.
She gets her magic towards the climax. That is a loaded line. If ever I've heard one, especially with the Rule 34s going around.
And besides, we could go farther than this, but then we know Prism's following us and covering everything we're recording, so go away. Yeah, why not? No.
Prism? Oh, yeah, Prism.
Hi, NSA!
Obama. Yeah, so tell me more about this share everything plan. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, all the companies that have been backpedaling and like spinning this, like, we never gave them direct access. We don't have a secret room for them.
They have to request permission to access the thing, but if they ask, we'll give it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, there is the FISA Act. It's like Federal Internet Security Act, where the government can actually request the information and tracking like this from all these companies. But by law, those companies cannot publicly acknowledge the existence of FISA or their involvement. So they can come out saying, we've done nothing wrong, we don't have anything to hide from the government, but they're not telling you the whole story, which is par for the course.
You know what? They've always had the ability to do it. I mean,
of course
you get a warrant, you can do it. I mean, and that's the part that bugs me about it. It's warrantless. The EFF should be having a field day with this.
And I believe they are.
I mean, they should be going all over this crap.
The way I see it, the day that I was able to put my own GSM cell tower in the back of my car and drive down the 5 getting cell phone calls, I knew that my privacy was gone. DEF CON's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Need to talk about that hookup later. Anyway. Especially right about the time they start doing the AVNs. But anyway, because they're going to be tweeting that.
Oh, of course they are.
But all of that beside,
let's talk about what's happening this week. Well, for starters, tomorrow is the start of not one but 2 conferences. You have WWDC, Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. There will be a keynote tomorrow. A few websites are going to be live streaming. I'm probably going to watch one of them. Most likely, you're going to see a new version of iOS, probably a new version of OS X.
They're talking about iOS 7.
Yeah, iOS 7. It's going to be a new design interface, a little more flat. That's just whole genre.
They're saying it's all going to be flat and smoother.
Your iPad screen will not get any flatter.
It don't get no flatter than this, kids. You know? Yes, that's Busujima on my backdrop. But anyway, it's... people need to pull their heads out of their ass. And I hear they may be bringing up a Ouija board on stage so that they could do their one more note with Mr. Jobs. But don't quote me on that.
We have a really special plan for you guys. We have an internet tablet.
iPhone, disappear me!
Oh, God, that one. It was like, we have an iPad, a refrigerator, a car magnet, an iPad.
It's no worse than the stupid... Let's jump ahead to the Microsoft Failboat.
Okay, yeah,
it's no worse than when they're announcing the one and it's all like television. Combat dog! Television, sports. Television, combat dog! It's just, oh my God. So this morning...
Which is now called Riley.
Yes, the dog, the Call of Duty dog, has a name. His name is Riley.
And he's a vicious son of a bitch.
Dude! They ran this morning as sort of a preview thing. Activision decided to get the jump on everybody. And they did a live broadcast / preview in an audience which I assume is filled with Activision employees because there was not a single applause or cheer in the whole thing. The building was full. The chairs were full. Silence reigned. The only people who talked were the hosts and the people they were interviewing. Which, smells of setup. But anyway,
of course it was.
They ran a bunch of real-time gameplay of the...
And we have some screenshots.
So they got this kick-ass underwater level where they're swimming around, and they actually add some interesting realism to the game that I've never seen before. They talk about, they're swimming through, and they fire off sonar. And the sonar, when they fire it off, you actually see the shockwave hit. And I'm glad that they actually went with that level of realism because in real life, if you're underwater and you're close enough to a ship and it fires off a ping, every bone in your body breaks because it's that pressure will kill you. Mm-hmm. So that's an interesting touch. They actually did the whoo thing as it whooshed by you.
They made it a little more dramatic than it probably is.
Yeah, it's a little, especially, because it's a little sonar, it's coming off a little boat. It wasn't like it was coming off of a destroyer or a frigate, where they got the, 8-foot wide hydrophone in there. Mm-hmm. But it was still really cool. So there was that. And then they showed the dog. They showed Riley. Riley is awesome. They showed the dog that they did the motion capture with, which is actually a really good-looking German Shepherd. For those who like dogs and are into dogs, it's a really good-looking German Shepherd and supremely trained. That being said, some of the stuff they have you doing with the dog, I don't think a real-life dog could do. I don't care how damn smart your dog is. I don't care if your dog can do calculus. It's not going to be taking commands like this. But it was really cool. And every time the dog also scared me because they sent the dog after somebody. And it's not your typical dog runs up, grabs the arm, throws him down. It's like, oh, hey, took the dog down. Oh, no. Dog runs, goes, in one case, goes through a window, grabs the guy, pushes him out a door, goes down, rips out his throat. That's one vicious effing dog. I'm looking at that going, what the fuck? Dude, this dog is nuts. But I will play the game on the PC just for the damn dog.
Yeah.
Because like one of the tweets said, finally a team member I care about.
The thing is, I look at it and I go, okay, this could be cool in terms of gameplay. It's another Call of Duty. They can only expand so far.
Well, they didn't expand. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole new story.
Well, here's the thing, though. Now you have this dog. Now he's, your lifelong companion. You can control him via your voice through Kinect or PS4 or whatever the hell you're going to use.
And you see where he's going through the little camera mounted on his harness and it goes poof, and pops up.
And you're obviously going to play several hours through the game with said dog.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you know that dog's got to get shot and fucked up somehow.
I don't think they'll do that.
Oh, they will. They'll tug at that heartstring like it was glass tooth.
You know what, though? If the dog gets shot or something like that, people like SPCAA, Humane Society, the fans, they're not gonna fuck the dog up.
Bad press is good press.
They're not gonna fuck the dog up.
The dog will probably
They'll take the dog away from you. They may have the dog get pinned or captured. Oh my God! Instead of Timmy down the well, it's going to be Riley down the well. What's that, Sarge? Riley's down the well? Let's go get him, boy! Oh my God! So
or, you know, or like Second Fan in the chat says, you know, when you say Riley, I'm thinking, well, that's not really a dog's name because I just think of the little black kid from Boondocks.
Yeah. Well, Stugnificent.
Oh God!
Does that mean the main bad guy is Mr. Colonel Stinkmeaner?
Oh my God!
What's going on here?
Oh God! No, man.
Speaking of which, last night we're going to shift off of.
Just keep on going.
We're going to shift off of that for a moment. Last night, for those of you who caught my Facebook posts and whatnot, and those who didn't, go check them out. Anyway, they at the local Hypno Comics. Yes, this is our Hypno Comics segment.
Hi, George.
Hi, George. We had Scott Lobdell, who is a writer for DC. He's currently writing on Teen Titans, Red Hood and the Outlaws, and he's worked on X-Men and a whole bunch of other really cool titles. And generally, he's also an extremely funny guy. I mean, they had something at Hypno they do every month or so is called Comics and Comics, where it's basically a bunch of comics who, and these are working comics, like you see them at the Improv and stuff, who come up and they do some sets at the store. There's a room in the back of the store where they can do this. Mm-hmm. So last night, Jason got to go to his first one, and
it was a hell of a lot of fun. You know, when I was thinking that, they're going to host comics in a comic shop, I mean, local, up-and-coming, maybe they're on their last leg type of comics, but you know what? It was actually pretty damn funny. Especially when Scott Liddell went up there to not only take questions about his works, but then starts a comedy act, and I went, holy crap.
Yeah, he's actually pretty damn funny. And although he ragged on a couple former people he's worked with. Someone asked me, somebody was asking,
someone asked him, was there any single person within the whole comic industry that he
absolutely hated working with?
And his first response was, yes. But in the interest of professional courtesy, I will not state their names. Their initials are...
And then he tangented. He didn't give the initials.
I know.
Got to give him credit there. But he also, I mean, and he was really funny. And he was talking about, he read some of his...
Oh my God.
His hate mail he's received over the years.
I thought I had hate mail. Holy crap.
What's funny is I still have that hate mail because he used my iPad to read it off of. So, you talk some more about it while I look these up real quick.
Okay. Well, while he's looking it up, some of the other comics were absolutely hilarious. The last one, Ed Greer.
Ed Greer. Oh my God, this guy was hilarious.
He went off on a tangent about the movie...
How Hancock is extremely racist. And gave concrete examples that I'm sure the authors never intended. But he said, he looked at this, he's like, okay, first off, they have a black superhero. Points for that. They get points for that. Then we find out he's been a superhero since 1920. We didn't get the vote till 1960. Problem. Problem number 2. It's a black man with superpowers. But he's an alcoholic and homeless.
And when he gets in trouble, he gets thrown in jail by the police, even though he's
a Superman, the cops are still keeping him down. And the most racist part of the whole damn show, his greatest weakness is a white woman. We fell out so bad. Because I'm just like, dude, he's got a point. It was a hell of a... If you ever get a chance, YouTube him, look him up. His name's Ed Greer. Hilarious. The guy is absolutely hilarious.
But going back to Scott, because
Scott.
we talk about
Okay, so let me bring up something before you're going.
So I have, we both have fans. I've actually received fan mail from past shows, and that was incredibly mind blowing. I never expected that.
You have fans.
And then I had the haters that actually said hate mail, which I thought one was, wow, they took the time to express their hatred toward me. They must like me. Wait, no, stuff like this. And I always had some really bad emails, not like these. Like, these guys thought that Scott was like the Antichrist.
Quote, someone named Tess HIT says, I'm beginning to take this bullshit personally, Scott Lobdell. That's your plan, isn't it? To make me lose my mind. You're writing shittier and shittier comic books each month, and DC is selling them to thousands of innocent people who are traumatized and driven to the edge of madness by your books. And it's all to destroy me and my reputation, isn't it? The more I rant about your awful books, the more I tend towards personal attacks, like saying you have a stupid face and calling your asshole a home for wayward gerbils. And every time I make a personal attack that has no basis in how awful your writing is, people think of me as a monster. I see your plan, you evil fucking genius, and guess what? It won't work. I will destroy you and send you back to whatever hell dimension spawned your hideous form. And that was the tame one.
Yeah,
it's kind of amazing and what's really sad is Lobdell's actually a really good writer. I've really enjoyed the pieces of his that I've read. So it's but that he has a sense of humor about it was really cool.
Oh yeah.
So they're doing the next one of these in July. Tom, the guy who runs it, has agreed to do an interview for us. So next July, we're gonna take the camera and we're gonna go interview him, and we'll bring it back and do a segment on it and some footage from the show. It's a lot of fun. If you guys if you're in the SoCal area and you can make one of these shows, please do. Last night was standing room only. It was fantastic.
Hot as hell, but
standing room only. But there was like free pizza and beer, which was cool. That's always a good sign.
The beer was good.
It was for those who drink it. For those who drink it.
Yes.
But overall, I mean, it was really good. And Scott did a signing 2 hours before, so that's why we got the comic books, the signed comic books. And we will probably in the not too distant future. Cross your fingers, guys. I got Scott to agree to do an interview with us. So in the next month or so, we're gonna schedule with him, and we'll hopefully be bringing you an interview with him. That'll be awesome.
So in the meantime, go out to your local comic shop, buy anything and everything that was written by Scott Liddell.
Yeah, drive up to Ventura and go to Hypno to buy it.
Yes.
No, they do not sponsor us.
Yes.
Just so you know, Nikki works there, but they don't sponsor us, and I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So what's next on the list?
Because we're way all over the place. Let's talk about the Microsoft Failboat. First up, the press have recently been going to town with all this rumored information about security, privacy concerns, internet connection, requirements, etc., etc.
Microsoft were true.
Yeah, Microsoft went out and said, the press has it all wrong. We will right the wrongs right here. And they released a statement. And almost every single damn thing the press were saying is true.
It's all about spin.
We knew that the Xbox required a broadband connection. Now we know the reason why, because it has to phone home once every 24 hours.
If it doesn't phone home once every 24 hours, everything that's on your box locks. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, the fact that my Xbox 360 dials home every time I turn it on, okay, I'm cool with that. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. There's some DRM clearance there. I can go with that. Mm-hmm. But the idea that this thing has to dial home daily, and you can turn off the Kinect camera, but it is constantly listening. Mm-hmm. Now, okay, I'm not the tin hat, pyramid hat, conspiracy theorist type, but I have serious issues with this. I have serious issues with this because I have friends who are hackers. I have friends who live to crack shit like this. I don't want that.
Yeah. It's always on, it's always listening, because their reasoning for it is because they want it to be a very smooth experience. So you're having a conversation with friends, we're hanging out and whatnot, and then also I go, okay, Xbox on, and then it'll just turn on. So it has to listen all the time for those commands. Now, Microsoft states that while it's always listening, it is not recording that or streaming that back home.
Until you say the word terrorism.
Yeah. Terrorism. I wonder how many times it would go off if you're watching Team America via the Blu-ray.
Trigger word, Durka Durka. How to piss off your Xbox. Durka Durka, Durka Durka, jihad.
Shut down. But one of the main concerns that people have with this is the fact that at the beginning of the show we started talking about Prism. The first company that signed up for Prism was Microsoft.
Feed cut off. Are we back, Tibble? Can you see us again?
Because they had the ad.
Yeah.
They will have other options. Like they say you can go into the settings and turn off the Kinect, and if you want to turn on your system, you can use the controller rather than using your voice. But you do have the option of actually just reaching behind the console but unplugging the Kinect when you're not using it. But that gets annoying, and I don't feel... Why should I be the one that has to make that extra step just to secure privacy a little more?
I agree.
Yeah.
But so there's a relatively simple solution. It still involves more input on your end, but that would be get a switch. There are kill switches for USB.
Yeah, that's true.
Put one of those in between it because it connects by USB.
Mm-hmm.
Put that between the USB connection and your box, and then just every time you're going to fire it up, flick it on. Thing is, the whole thing about the Xbox One that pisses me off, realistically, is the complete and utter lack of backwards compatibility. They claim they're going to stream it online through this service that the whole idea of playing basically hosted games online, much like a XenApp server or a dumb terminal, which effectively makes your Xbox a dumb terminal.
Yes.
I have problems with that because the States does not have ubiquitous gigabit broadband.
No.
The bandwidth needed to sustain that, we don't have.
Yeah. And
even if we did have it, I still have problems with it. I mean, basically all the Xbox One is a laptop or a PC on your tabletop. Hey guys, I've got a quad-core tower sitting in my living room hooked up to my TV. Why do I need a Microsoft Xbox One?
Now you're getting into the whole... We've had this conversation because the Xbox One and the PS4 are essentially thin clients at this point.
Mm-hmm.
At this point.
Yeah.
Next generation, they're probably completely thin clients. And all these information we're talking about with the Xbox One, they'll have the security fail, and I'll get to use games in just a moment.
Oh, God.
But we haven't heard that much about the PS4. We'll probably hear very similar things coming out of Sony tomorrow.
Yep.
And I look at this. This is great. This is great marketing, great advertising for Steam.
Yes.
If you're a gamer,
bring out the Steam box.
It's coming next year. If you're a gamer,
it's still vaporware, dude.
Get the console if you want. But honestly, there cannot be a better argument for the Steam PC gaming.
And what's funny is they're talking. Backtracking a little bit to the thing we're talking about with COD Ghosts. The neat thing about it is they're talking about how all this footage is on next gen system. Well, next gen system means
PC.
NVIDIA G780, I think is the current version.
I think so.
GE780. Okay, I'll buy a GE780 because I am not playing that crap on a console. I know that there are a lot of people who are really big on FPS, and I've said this argument before on the show. I think people like to play FPSs on consoles. Screw that. I will take... Now, admittedly, I am not God King Bafufu of FPSs anywhere. But I have found, and this is proven true so far, I have taken on people who are used to playing console FPSs with a PC FPS and stomp their ass. That shouldn't happen because I'm not that good at FPSs. Without a sniper rifle, I suck. Yet I'm still kicking these guys' asses because they're used to these little controllers, and I have the instant whip around viewing.
There's a reason why my KD, my kill death ratio in Halo 1 on the original Xbox was so high. was because there was an adapter you can get because
To do keyboard and mouse?
For keyboard and mouse instead of a regular Xbox controller, and I freaking owned.
And it real timed it?
Yeah.
It didn't limit your turn
No,
speed?
none that I saw.
Ooh, because there's one for the 360 too. I may have to play Halo 4 on the 360 with a keyboard and mouse. Thank you for the idea, Jason.
You're welcome.
Speaking of E3, really quick.
We started briefly talking about Activision and Call of Duty. The other one that had made the announcement before E3 even started was Konami. And I'm going to go through this real quick because there's like one thing that was semi-interesting. They announced Pro Evolution Soccer 2014. Yes, I know the rest of the world loves football, not our football.
You are sure.
New graphics, new everything, new engine. For me, not really a sports gamer, so I can just skip it. Then we got to Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and Hideo Kojima popped on stage your screen because it's all pre-recorded, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna go through in a new path that we've never gone through before, and
oh, by the way, Steak's a gimp.
Yeah. With that 7-minute video with garbage playing in the background.
Oh god! Although that was a really cool song.
It was a good tie-in.
It works well.
And they're saying this takes place in 1984. Snake is 49 years old. Therefore, we need to find someone who can accurately and genuinely portray the facial expressions and vocal accents of someone in their mid-ages. And I'm thinking, or in the mid-40s. And I'm thinking...
David Hayter's in his mid-40s.
David Hayter's 44. So I'm like, David Hayter?
Yeah, he's like my age, so yeah.
Now, granted, there was concerns because in that trailer it didn't sound like David at the beginning.
Because it wasn't.
Yeah, because David Hayter was making the tweet before the announcement of E3 is right around the corner. I hope I don't lose my voice.
Hint, hint,
So
hint.
we have all of this going on, and we're thinking, okay, it's going to be David Hayter, and he's been doing really well in his voice acting. No, they dropped him for Kiefer Sutherland.
Yep.
Who, when he jumps on screen, the first thing he says is, "I'm not a gamer, but I've even heard of this character." That gives you no cred whatsoever in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I've met Kiefer, actually. I know people who are friends with Kiefer. He's really a good guy. He really is. But he's not a gamer. He's surprisingly kind of an anime otaku, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since he did the one voice for Armitage.
Yes.
He's actually gotten into anime. But, yeah, I mean, it's how to not endear yourself to the fans, 101.
Mm-hmm.
Hater's in there, though. Hater's still in there.
Yes.
But he's not Snake anymore.
Yeah.
It's almost like they threw him a pity bone or something.
Yeah. And my question is, why are you throwing so much heft behind the new voice actor, behind Kiefer Sutherland? It's not like the Metal Gear franchise was sagging in sales.
Oh, no. I mean, it's still way up there. Well, okay, except for maybe Raiden. Naked Raiden kind of did some damage there.
Yeah, well, you know.
Naked Raiden was funny.
Side note, Revengeance is coming to PC.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
So, yeah, they went through all that, and you guys can have fun with it as you please. Is this going to affect sales one way or the other? Probably not.
No, it's still going to, because at the bottom line, although the voice acting is a big part of it, bottom line, Kojima knows how to tell stories. Mm-hmm. And his team, they make good games, they make solid games. Mm-hmm. No puns intended there. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
The last one, that one kind of scares me.
What, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2?
Yeah.
You didn't like the first one?
I didn't play Lords of Shadow 1.
Oh. Let me say
I heard
this.
It was basically Devil May Cry meets Castlevania.
It was very polarizing. Let's use that phrase. Let's use a phrase people use to describe the new Star Trek movie. It was very polarizing. Not really much to say. Same as ever, except of course, updated graphics. Patrick Stewart is returning to reprise his role as like the narrator / I forget the guy's name. I apologize. So that's going to come out by the end of this year. That's pretty much all Konami came out. They've been starting this trend of like a few days before E3, they'll create a live stream, which is exact same thing that Nintendo does, which we'll get to in just a moment. But let's get to what's going to go on starting tomorrow and why Jason is going to be a very tired person tomorrow. Because even though the E3 conference does not start until Tuesday, a ton of press conferences are happening tomorrow. And starting off at 9 a.m. Why the hell, Microsoft, are you starting a conference at 9 a.m.? That's going to be a 2-hour press conference, followed shortly thereafter. I've seen reports of 12:30. I've seen reports of 1, so we'll play it by ear for EA. I'm not too worried about that one. That's all going to be Madden, Madden, Madden.
That's all it ever is, really.
Yeah, basically. One I'm really looking forward to, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft should be badass.
Yes. Especially because we should be seeing in-game demos of Watch Dogs.
In all fairness, last year's game was in-engine. Last year's Watch Dogs stuff was in-engine, controlled live.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope they don't run that same sequence. I want to see a new sequence from it.
I'm almost positive they're gonna showcase a new sequence.
Because I want that game so bad.
Or as like we were joking, since since Prism was leaked to the world, Watch Dogs has now been renamed to Real Life, the game.
Yes. Yes. NSA, the game.
And then, of course, Sony rounds out the press conference. I think it's 6 o'clock. That one's going to be a hell of a lot of news to come out because, one, we're finally going to see the actual console design. We'll actually hopefully see some games played on it. And then, more importantly, we'll find out the price structure and how they're going to deal with online content, privacy, and used games.
The used games one, although with no backwards compatibility, it kind of doesn't matter.
This is true, but to the point, because PS1, 2, 3 games will not play on the PS4. We've gone through this tons of time to get to go through the Gaikai system.
Which is why I'm keeping my PS3.
But yeah, same here. But the PS4, you buy games on discs. We'll have to see if you can trade those, buy used. We'll see what happens. That's all going on tomorrow, as well as the Apple WWDC keynote. So I'm going to be very busy online. You can stream all of these online. Go to your favorite website, gaming website, and they'll have information. Or you probably watch some of them on your favorite gaming console.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple more press conferences that are going to actually happen Tuesday morning. Very early Tuesday morning. Thankfully, these ones are a little different. Nintendo, they've made the bold decision to not host a giant press conference. Now, I can understand that to a point.
Because their next generation unit's already out.
Yes, and doing miserably in terms of sales.
Sadly, I'm not that surprised.
I mean, the recent thing is that all the white we use, the 8 gig base system, they've been recalled by Nintendo. GameStop, Best Buy, a couple of the retailers have announced that they're shipping them all back. Is this because they're not selling well or anything? Nintendo's saying they're just reallocating and spreading about shipments. And I'm like,
no, I'm thinking that because the whites were the stripped down version,
people
were like, why bother?
Yeah, whites were the 8 gig internal memory, where you can buy the black one for 32 gigs of internal memory. So,
well, and also didn't you get the secondary controller too?
Something like that, yeah.
There was a secondary controller that came with the black one.
But the other thing that's going on tomorrow, or on Tuesday, you don't need to go back to it, is Square Enix. And that's at 9 p.m., I guess. I apologize. I think it's 9 a.m.
Oh, typo.
Yay, typo. But you look at the lineup that they're going to talk about, the next generation of Final Fantasy. So they're going to talk about Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, a couple of those other games that they've been working with, other titles. Maybe we'll find out what's going to happen, whatever happened to Final Fantasy XIII Versus, which has been rumored to be retooled and will be...
Isn't that Lightning Returns?
No. 13 was a completely side
Well, there was
project,
13, 13-2, and then there was 13
and then there was Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. Essentially, Final Fantasy 13-3.
Right.
They confirm it will be on the Xbox 360 and PS3. No word yet it's going to be on next-gen consoles.
I just want to see the damn thing hit PC.
But it eventually will. But Versus, when they announced at the same time as 13, all you saw was this gloomy guy with a heads-up display, and it was like it seemed like it was in modern-day actual reality, and then all of a sudden these monsters kept on popping up, like they inserted the Final Fantasy universe into reality.
Okay.
So it looked cool, but we heard jack all from it for a while. But it's been rumored that that's been retooled and will actually come out sometime in the future, but relabeled as Final Fantasy 15.
What is it with Squeenix and redoing Final Fantasy titles? I mean, okay, Final Fantasy 14 needed to be redone.
Yes, very much so.
I wasted a grip ton of money on that game, and I am not happy about it, and they won't let me into the beta.
You gotta remember, also Final Fantasy
again,
10, Final Fantasy 10-2, they're getting HD remakes on the Vita and the PS3. They're going to do HD remakes of all the freaking Kingdom Hearts games because, like Valve, they never want to release a game that ends with the number 3. Give us Kingdom Hearts 3 for God's sakes.
The thing is, here's the thing. I'm glad that they're doing HD versions. That means the engine can render that high. But are they upgrading the models too? Or is it still the same low poly?
Because no, they actually upgraded the models. There's some screenshots that's like, it's night and day.
Okay, because if they actually upgraded the poly count on the models, okay, yeah. I'm kind of down with that.
Yeah.
Or maybe they got the system to be high buff enough to render real time the ones they use for the prefabs. I mean, it'll be a lower quality of the pre-rendered stuff.
True.
But if they can render that poly count live, then I may actually find myself playing X again.
Gotcha. No,
I liked X. I enjoyed X quite a bit.
Yes.
And by the way, I don't think we're using that microphone, but that's beside the point.
That's fine. Here's the thing, though. All this information about the upcoming Final Fantasy games. We're not going to see a live stream online. Squeenix has declined to stream this conference.
Why?
Everybody. It's not the fact that they can hide behind, there's no internet access at the LACC. That's going to be the hottest wired system in Southern California.
May not be enough Wi-Fi. Remember, we've had to deal with Smart City before, which is their host.
This is true. Yes.
They're going to be running in custom fiber and satellite links to that place. I mean,
so we'll get all the information via third party. Check your local gaming sites. I'm sure I'll post up something.
I can guarantee you that. Well, that being said, though, sites like IGN, Machinima, they're gonna probably get the files to share. So they'll probably get the streams. And, I mean, they're not going to stream it live, but you'll be able to see the file after the fact.
After the fact, yeah. And I think this is actually the first E3 in several years that you cannot watch E3 on TV unless Spike TV is showing.
Thank you, G4.
G4 may have burned in pieces.
I'm sorry, Esquire. Is it
Esquire Channel.
Esquire Channel. May you burn in peace.
So if you guys want to check out the convention floor, get the latest news, you're gonna have to go online. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure IGN will cover it pretty well. IGN usually is pretty good about that. Joystick will throw some stuff up. Machinima's going to cover it. Kotaku's going to be all over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an area Leo Laporte needs to go to. That's an area we need to go to.
Yes, yes, we do. We've gone to E3.
We keep building. You guys need to tell your friends to watch us so that we can get a larger base. Because if we get enough people watching, we can cover E3 for you guys, and we'll make it amusing.
I find it. Yes, we will. But I find it funny that you and I have been going to E3 on and off for a number of years now.
Yeah, but on whose dime?
But that's the thing, though. Now we have something to actually report on, or report to people regarding it, and now we don't have passes. Oh well. You can go on eBay and find them for like $1,000. No.
Or no. Who was it that was selling them for one of our guys we know was selling it for $650?
Yeah, $650.
Really?
Yeah.
You're selling your E3?
Yeah.
People are scalping E3 tickets.
Okay, it happens every year. Couple final things on high notes before we get to what we're watching.
I'm going to bring you up on screen for that. Yeah. You're that one. Okay. Does this one have audio?
No.
Oh, then we need to give it some audio.
Okay. Well, there was an announcement that we all knew it was coming. Let me put it this way. When Sega posted a certain picture on their Facebook page asking guys, hey, do you guys want to have, Project Diva F actually come stateside? Over 25,000 of you said hell yes.
And I was among them.
So, yeah, it's about time that Sega's made the announcement that yes, Project Diva F is coming stateside.
Finally.
So awesome.
As he scrolls the text on screen.
I'm reading stuff. See, we're on joystick. It's going to come out this August. We don't have that long to wait for it. But if you guys can't wait that long, and I'm sure there are a few of you who have already imported this game for an exorbitant price.
Actually, it's not that exorbitant through JList.
I was looking at prices for like over $100.
Well, yeah, it's over $100 for the specialty version that comes with a whole grip ton of stuff.
Okay, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something big.
Yeah. No, I mean, but you know, when that hits states, it's gonna be the same way.
Yeah, that's
collector's editions and stateside are that way too.
Sure.
But you're right. It's finally coming, and it's going to be converted, and I'm happy.
Yes, and
I will be all over that.
For those of you who have not picked up or imported this game, and you cannot wait till August, a demo will be released on the PlayStation Network this Tuesday.
And the PSN network should crash.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Let's hope all the otaku wake up and go, Miku! And in today's E3 news, Sony Network went down, but not because it was hacked. I'm going to download it. Hell yeah, I'm going to be there.
The final thing before we get to before we wrap up, you know, over the past few weeks, I've been talking about awesome Kickstarters that you guys should follow, and you guys should support and spend your money.
It's basically stuff that Jason wants to see come out.
Yes, yes.
That's what it boils down to. Because I haven't thrown very many this way. Although I kind of want to see the Spinneret one go.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome. I love that comic.
But for this week, I want something a little more for you guys. Because
we love you.
When you go to Kickstarter and you want to back these things, they can cost $100, $500, $1,000, or more.
This isn't a Kickstarter, by the way.
No. This is a sale by, of all companies, Gamefly. And semi-recently, Gamefly started to...
You can't see the prices.
No, I'll get to that.
Okay.
Gamefly will... They'll do the whole, you know... We'll send games to you. You can rent them like Blockbuster or Netflix and all that jazz. But they also sell PC games you can download. And they are activated via Origin or Steam, depending on who the provider is. They're having a sale right now. I'm going to scroll down to this top three right here.
This broke Jason's mind when he saw this.
Yeah. What are those top three? BioShock Infinite for $35, Torchlight 2 for $6.79, and Borderlands 2 for $13.59.
It gets better. There's a coupon code you can use that will knock even more off. It will knock BioShock Infinite down to $28 after all is said and done. It will knock Borderlands 2 down to $10. $10 for Borderlands 2. I don't get paid till Friday, so the sale better be going on next Friday. But, oh my God. Guys, now, jump on this.
Yeah. If you guys want to look for the link to the sale, just go to gamefly.com. If you want to...
Actually, IM me the thing. Or pop it in.
Yeah. So you can go to Gamefly and get the sale. For the extra 20% off coupon, which you can use in conjunction with the sale. I put it in the chat. I will also tweet it out. Just do a search for Gamefly coupon, and you can find it pretty easily. It's on several coupon sites.
Or you can just paste the damn thing in here.
That's what I did.
Oh, where is it? No, I see the. I don't see the. I don't see the code.
That's the link for the sale.
That's the link for the sale.
And the code.
Oh, and the code's there?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, we're using the camera mic. We need to set it up for this time.
Okay. Oh well. So I think that's a really cool thing. You guys can check it out.
And there's more. I think it's still going. I want to verify this. Maybe the chat room can help me out here. On Steam this week, they had. If you guys don't have Arkham Asylum or Arkham City on Steam, they had a killer midweek sale this week. You could get the Game of the Year editions of Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Asylum for $7.50 each. Mm-hmm. Because they were the Game of the Year editions, they included all the DLC. So you're getting Batman Arkham City with Harley's Revenge and the Nightwing segments.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though.
Is it over already?
It's over.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's back to
But
$30.
$30. $30, that's still...
It's still half off.
That's half off.
Yeah.
So it's $50, or it's $30 now. But, you know, they've had a sale this midweek for $7.50 each. You can get both games for less than the cost of one of the DLC.
Yep.
But $30 for Arkham City and or Arkham Asylum. If you haven't played them, what's wrong with you? Are you high? Are you living under a rock? These games are epic. You must go play. If you like Batman at all, you must go get these. They are totally worth your money.
Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill. All you need to know.
Final performances of Mark Hamill as Joker.
Yes.
And this is the final performance, was his performance in Arkham City. He's not doing it anymore.
I will only believe that if he basically
You haven't
dies.
beaten it yet, have you?
No.
Trust me, it's his last.
Okay.
And you will see why.
Okay.
And don't spoil it in the chat room.
All right,
Let him suffer on his own.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap up as we always do. Michael, what have you been watching?
I made the mistake of starting Ore Emo this week.
I don't call that a mistake. I call that an awesome thing.
I don't know what to make of this anime, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying it. It's amusing. I'm not as wrapped up in it as like I know you're fairly wrapped up in it. I know there are other people who are hardcore wrapped up in Ore Emo. It's cute. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking it enough that I'm willing to continue watching it.
Okay.
But wow. There are points that I'm just watching this and I'm going, really? Really? Oh, okay. It kind of reminds me of Karekano minus the romance. In the sense that she's one way here and she's another behind closed doors.
Okay, I'll give it that.
Now, that being said, you saw the episode I left off at.
Yes.
Where her friend catches her.
Yes.
So I don't know what happens after that.
We should watch more tonight.
Which we'll probably watch more tonight.
Awesome.
But, correction, I've just been told I won't by Nikki. Oh, that's right. It's Alaska night for Nikki. Never mind.
So we'll watch it in here.
We'll watch it in here. So I've been watching it. I've been watching Ore Emo. There was something else I was watching. What was I watching elsewhere?
Can't remember.
I can't remember.
Okay.
So you go. What have you been watching, Jason? As he brings up.
As a reminder to myself, of course, Attack on Titan is still absolutely epic.
I haven't started that yet. It's in my queue, though.
You should raise it up to higher in your queue.
Ahead of Ore Emo? Ore Emo's in my queue, too.
I'm going to tell you to watch Ore Emo, and then you can watch Attack on Titan.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay.
What was the other one that I started... what the other one I was watching? Flowers of Evil.
Why you no watch Aku no Hana? That's Flowers of Evil?
Aku no Hana, Flowers of Evil. Oh my god.
No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Watching someone just lose their mind, it is amazing. And I will say this, and I never thought I would say this. I was okay with the animation style, with the whole rotoscoping thing.
Mm-hmm.
But with the storyline that they're taking and the way that they're expressing their emotion and whatnot,
mm-hmm.
This was the right choice. The animation style works perfectly. It would be nowhere near as jarring, as gritty, as...
So it all fits.
Like, it fits like a glove.
Okay, now, remember that statement, minus the word animation style,
mm-hmm.
when you finish Arkham City.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
You'll see exactly what I mean when you get there.
And just for the hell of it, I've been watching Hinako, which is the hentai prince and the stony cat, which is just absolutely hilarious.
Is it? Okay,
Oh,
I've been curious about that one.
It is cute. It is so cute.
I also made the mistake of actually sitting through and watching with you 3 episodes of Adventure Time. That show is on crack. That show is on serious crack. Oh my god. I like it. I like it I'll watch it over SpongeBob any day of the week. But does that show have even remotely a point?
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
If I'm on several substances, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it without the substances. I'm watching some of that animation style, and it reminds me, and this is where hopefully some of you out there have seen this. There was an old Flash animation called Radiskull and Devil Doll. And there's this one scene in the one episode we saw where was it Lumpy Space Princess? Lumpy Space Princess is watching this one thing where she's doing this dance, and this thing on the screen is doing this dance, and it looked exactly like when Devil Doll's rocking out.
No, it wasn't the Space Princess one. It was the one before that. The dream that he was going to die. He saw the banana guy.
Yes, right. It was banana guy. So,
Yeah.
so it was the Croak dream. That's right.
Yeah, the Croak dream.
Oh,
I look at that. I'm like, okay. I know there are crap load of people who enjoy it. I will say this:
it's a stoner cartoon.
I watch certain things that people question my sanity. Now I know why those people were questioning that when people were watching Adventure Time.
Now that being said, it is kind of funny.
Okay,
and there is some depth to the story in certain areas, like the tightness of the friendship between Finn and Jake.
Yes,
but oh my god, it's on drugs. Oh, and the princess, we're being told.
Yes.
Another thing that I started watching that I watched a little more of, I'd only seen one episode before.
Teen Titans Go.
Oh god. I like the original Teen Titans. Even, I mean, it was kind of crack-ridden, but not as much. But it was actually serious story time. And there was some good stuff in it. And I thought Raven and Starfire, I keep mixing her name up, were awesome. Mm-hmm. I thought that the way that... But then I watched a couple episodes of Teen Titans Go. It's on more crack than Adventure Time.
You know, honestly, I'd rather watch Teen Titans Go than Adventure Time. I'm actually...
Although, when Raven was in Robin's outfit, that was awesome. When the laundry came to life, that was epic.
Like, I will agree with you. The original Teen Titans cartoon was amazing.
I love that show. Especially the storyline with Deathstroke.
Yes. On this one, it's like they took Teen Titans and tried to merge it with Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
Like down to the one episode with the Starfire's dad comes down. Evil giant beast gonna destroy the world. Comes down to he's in an ascot and a sweater going, "Hi, sweetie, how you doing?" I'm going,
"I'm going to give your friends all these powers, and then to make you powers, you just kill all your friends." What? Yeah, that was that was crap. That made my brain hurt.
But I'm actually, I think it's because I've watched some pretty crazy shit on anime that I'm willing to
Excel Saga comes to mind.
Yeah. I was going to think more along the lines of Puni Puni Puemi, but...
No, I think Excel Saga is on more crack than Puni Puni Puemi, which is hard to say.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I would put them side by side. We'll have a marathon one of these days. See which one you can sit through.
You'd be surprised.
Wait, I know a lot of people who can't sit through...
Do I have to be sober?
Yes.
Damn.
I know a lot of people who can't sit through more than 2 episodes of Excel Saga. I marathoned that shit.
I can marathon Excel Saga. No problem.
I marathoned
I've done that several times.
Go ahead.
But Prince, I was right. It was Raven's dad.
Raven's dad.
My apologies.
You're right.
But
I
think because I enjoy those, I'm actually able to enjoy Teen Titans Go. Not as much as the original cartoon, but.
I like it.
For me,
I like it because I like Teen Titans.
Yeah.
I especially like Raven and Starfire.
Mm-hmm.
But, God, that's on crack. The other thing I've been watching, I've only seen 1 episode of it. Well, technically 2. But that's only because there's only 1 episode out. Ladies and gentlemen, Venture Brothers is back. Yes! And for those of you who saw the Halloween special, the first commercial break in the last Venture Brothers episode, in the time that commercial break is, that's when the Halloween special occurs. And then the story continues. Oh my God. The places they went with it. They riffed on Roots. They riffed on Island of Dr. Moreau, Lord of the Flies.
Oh, man.
They just went, they even riffed on freaking Game of Thrones.
Yes, they did.
When Tim Tom comes up, I pity the fool. Oh my God. Oh, I fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard.
Good times.
Oh, so Venture Brothers is back, boys and girls. You must go watch it. So yeah, that's what I've been watching.
Yeah. And I gotta say, this was a very full episode.
Yes, lots of stuff. And there's even a couple things we didn't cover, I think.
This is very true. We'll have to save it for next week, which is going to be our 50th episode. We have no idea what we plan, what we should do for next week. So you guys should let us know. Huh?
Do we have any funny bits we can go back to? You can scrolling through our stuff.
You know, I have all the pre-shows on record.
You have all the. Oh, don't you dare! There's certain items. There are certain items that if you bring them up, I will hurt you.
I will make sure to be home at that time, not here at your house.
I know where to find you. Trust me, I have minions. I have minions you don't know about.
Follow me on OtakuLife. No.
Yeah, so we got that coming up. Oh, Jesus. We're technically in the show, so this part's probably going to get edited. Give me the damn thing, Jason.
God. I have slippery hands.
And I have busted hands, so don't feel bad. Okay, this is on camera.
Where's a hammer?
I can't do it. Sorry, my elbow's still screwed up. Remember? C-strap? This is on air. We're still in the show. Can you believe this?
Hey, we're proving we're geeks. We have no strength.
Do we still have the clothes? Oh, I don't have the clothes on here. So we could have closed at any point. You can just edit that out.
Oh, jeez.
That's... You have to...
Yeah. All right. Just put it in some hot water. Shatter. Ah! Okay.
He doesn't like garlic.
You break my work computer.
Now you can smell
tell the boss.
Now it smells like garlic in here. While I'm drinking an orange soda mixed in with Monster.
Anyway, on that note, we're going to close the show now.
Thank you guys for joining us. If you guys have any ideas for what we should do for next week's episode, please send them.
You have to edit.
Yeah, I will. That's why I'm talking about this right now. Let me start over.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and scene. Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode from Mother's Basement. For next week's episode, it is our 50th, so if you have any ideas, please send us some information on Facebook. This is backwards. That's me on there.
And that's me right there.
So,
I'm Jason. He's Michael. We'll see you next week.
Later.